You guys, what Sarge has sent me. Because he had free shipping on the planes. He said, what Sarge has sent me from over there in Thailand and Vietnam, and, teapots and all the things that's made over there. I said, okay, we'll do that. So after service, Pastor and his wife took me out there, and we came in the house, and she was going to serve us tea out of some of the teapots from over there. And we sat down at the table. We were talking about Sarge mostly. She was very homesick for him. And the little boy came up to me and took my little finger. And he said, Brother Clayton, I want to show you my daddy. And so I followed him through the house to his little bedroom. And beside his little bed was a little table, and on the table was a picture of his daddy. I could see where he had been kissing his daddy. There's some gravy stains on it from his lips. Where he'd been kissing that picture. He loved his daddy. And it's hard for me to tell this. And he said, I sat there and he said, Brother Clayton, that's my daddy. I said, oh yeah, I know your daddy. He's a great man, good Christian. He was a deacon in the church. And I said, that big old plane that took your daddy away when he said goodbye to you and Mom? I said, one of these days, that big old plane is going to come right back to that airport. They're going to open a door, and out of that plane is going to come your daddy back to you and Mama. We talked there a little bit. Then I went on back. He went to playing with some things there Daddy had sent him. And I told the ones at the table that little story. And the mother said, Brother Clayton, the other night when you preached on heaven, said he fell asleep on my lap coming home in the car. And said I picked him up and carried him into his bedroom and laid him on his bed, getting his bedclothes on. Said he woke up and he looked at that picture. And he said, oh, Daddy, my daddy, I wish you'd step out of that picture tonight and kiss me goodnight. Pull the covers around my head and say a prayer for me. Sometimes in this whole life of ours, we have loved ones and we have the Lord Jesus that we wish could just step out of the clouds and come back to us. And we look forward to that. You know what? I have a lot of joy in my heart that teaches me that Jesus is going to come and He's going to step out of the heavens like stepping out of the picture. We look up and by faith, we see Him by faith. But we don't see Him by sight. But one of these days, we'll see Him face to face. Now, I don't know about you, but that gives me a lot of joy. Let's bow our heads in prayer. While our heads are bowed and eyes are closed here this morning,